I passed 40.
We all have. Yeah, I get it.
But so not listen to everyone's criticism.
Yeah.
Getting a tough enough skin to where I could let it just roll off my back. And understanding that close people that I value, loved ones, friends, family, all the things, when they're criticizing me, they're doing it from a place of love and being able to tell very quickly when someone needs to be kicked out of that circle because they're trying to come across as doing it in love, but they're not genuine.
Yeah. There's
And
people
so
that try to they are artificial builders, meaning
Yeah.
they think they try to make you think that they are building you up when they really are trying to do everything they can to tear you down. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've had friends over the years that like, oh, you look like a friend, you act like a friend, but no,
No, you weren't a real friend.
Not.
You're an imposter.
yeah,
Yeah, some of y'all got a whole bunch of seriously a whole bunch of imposters around you that are you think are your friends who you think are trying to build you up, try to make you better, but the reality of it is they talk about you behind your back. They lie on you and they tear you down more than they build you up. They tell you more about what you do wrong than what you do right.
Yeah.
Their criticism
It's never encouraging.
Is never encouraging.
Yeah.
It is always based on and you have that their view of you has become you, right? And
Yeah.
so now you are very critical of yourself when the truth of the matter is they were designed to try to they had a whole design trying to get you to come down on yourself.
And there's still some times where I struggle with that, especially living in this neighborhood, this day and time with teenagers. I mean, it's just all the factors that kind of play into that. You're like, wait, am I sure? Am I sure? No, I think I got it. No, I don't. Like, I just sometimes I'm like, I'm all over the place. I'm overwhelmed. Everything's going on, but I'm like, okay, center, back. Okay, yes, I got
Calm
this.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
So I did two searches in my life, right? Two different times.
Okay.
I'm always trying to find new stuff, right? So there's a constant learn, right? So we'll acknowledge that there's a constant
Yeah,
re-education of self.
that's true.
But there were two where I actually sat down and actually scrubbed me, right? I wanted to find out everything about me. The first time I did it was in college, and I found out that while wanting to be better, I still had hoish mind thoughts. Like I was trying to be a faithful person, right? But I still had whole desires because my family told me, right, that is what you're supposed to be.
There's an expectation.
This was the
Yeah.
expectation, and it's funny. Like I have my cousins and siblings, and we all laugh like, "Hey, we're outlands, right?" And that's the nature of who we are. That's what we did for years, right? We laughed about it, and now we sit back and we're like, "What in the hell were we thinking?" Right? With that mindset, that is such a toxic mindset where we were proud to be horse. That's mind blowing. And so going through counseling and realizing that I was a toxic individual, like I was a toxic person as in high school and early in college, and I needed to stop dating people. Like I needed to take a break. Don't date. No, go date Michael.
Yeah.
Right. That was hard. Right. To just fully accept that.
Okay.
And then I would say probably 8-9 years ago, I realized that as nice as I am, right, of an individual or was at the time, I still needed to change why I communicated.
Okay. I don't understand.
I wanted to win so bad in every conversation. Like I I had to even in what I was saying, I needed the win. Like I needed to, and so I even when I didn't, it never was a lie. I guess I should say that people lie all the time, but but never was it the intention to be, but as far as to say anything incorrect.
Yeah.
I wanted to take the truth and make the truth hurt so bad. And I had to sit with that and realize I'm willing to have this conversation and say this about a person that I say I absolutely love, who has at that particular time given me 5 or 6 years of their life as husband. And I still, instead of fighting for us, was fighting to make sure you knew I was going to win. and truthfully, in that moment, in that time, in that season, like I went through a personal breaking of self.
Okay.
I didn't like me when I found
Wow.
that out. Like going through the class, going through the disc training, and sitting down with my mentor at the time, and going through and learning. I replayed in that class, in that training. I replayed every. I don't say every. The
I'm like, your memory's
majority
not that good.
is not. The majority of the of the arguments that we had that we had at that prior to that moment, and I was sick because I realized I was it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's
We did
me.
not own the rights to that music. Please don't sing it.
I stop. I was the problem, and I was not happy being the problem. Like you were never perfect. I get that. I was a lot wrong, and it took me being a
I
big
concur.
person.
I endorse this message.
Like I tried to force you to do it my way, right?
Yeah.
And even in some terms,
And sometimes you would just say them and be like, it is what it is.
it is what it is.
And
Like,
you'd
you used
walk
to
out the
hate that.
room like, it was the wording today is I said what I
I
said.
said what I said. And you know what? I listen. If we're not gonna go there, if you want to, go deeper and have talk about the relationship with Christ, we can go there, and I can kind of tell you stories about that. But I will tell you, it was nothing but the grace of God that you stayed. Once I realized who I was, I had to look back and say, "Huh, I'm the person that I was trying not to be."
Someone asked us that. They were saying, I don't remember where we were, but they were like, maybe it's right, maybe not, but do you feel like your marriage is better? No. At the beginning was probably the best part of your marriage, but how do you feel about it now? And I was like, no. Now is the best part of our marriage.